B-Boy Drawings, a series, is just another continuum of all the work that I've been doing since about 2005 when I first started the B-Boy studies. Actually, I still call them studies. I'm just trying to sort out, I don't know if there's any finality to it, but I think I'm exploring the ways of expressing what the B-Boy breakdance is. The connection with the B-Boy works and the sculptures, even the early graffiti sculptures, was that it was in spirit of movement, dance, rhythm. How you could look at a B-Boy and he's just riding a beat, and then all of a sudden he's assaulting space and he's doing all these mechanics and hitting all these angles. Which, it's like kind of the physical graffiti we used to call it. And there were B-boys who were graffiti writers who would always have this conversation with me. And people like Fable, Crazy Legs, Ken Swift, and others, they were very much, Mr. Wiggles especially, they were all kind of invested in that relationship between the art forms and disciplines. And for me, it was natural when I got into sculpture that I would kind of work with those same ideas, those same principles of the B-Boy, even as so much as how you come to work in sculpture, how you approach it, and how you make it, that it was a kind of old school B-Boy attitude.
Cool, so that definitely leads me to the next question, which is, well, we know that this is inspired by movement and dance and a certain kind of movement and dance. So how would you say hip-hop has played, it does play an integral role in the work and you could see it, but how would you say hip-hop has influenced this work?
Hip-hop influences this work in the way that the hip-hop disciplines are high abstract art. And so in that kind of way, whether it's, the DJ mixing and scratching, beats that are on rhythm and breaking up that rhythm, or the B-Boy, going into different styles of dance, or the writer taking the alphabet and abstracting that, and the lyricist who would take metaphors, abstract metaphors, and string them together in some kind of rhythm pattern. And so the B-Boy line, the lines themselves are born from that, but also really the kind of echo from early modernism. And you can see that I had fell in love with modernism very early on with these works, and of course the Cubists and the Futurists and those guys especially, because they were thinking in modern terms. And so in the same respect, I would receive that information, like that these dudes are masters. I look at the B-Boys and they're my modern masters. Mm-hmm. And so that's the connection, and it's kind of in that tradition where the artists of the time and the dancers and the poets and the musicians of their time, they all meet in both spirit, practice, and template.
Wow, it's so interesting to me how you've taken something that has been so much part of your lifestyle and culture and really transformed it into your kind of modernist approach. And it is a true modernist approach because you're looking forward, but can you tell me what the next step, because you say that these are studies, so if these are studies, what is kind of the next, what's next with these? Where do these go?
Well, I think some of these would lend themselves more to painting and abstract painting, and these would lend themselves great to sculpture. Mm-hmm. And I've been able to do the sculpture part of it. I've not done the actual painting just yet. I've actually drawn, and I've tried and collage as well, kind of, as inspired by Picasso and Braque, that stuff. And up until recently, which was the big step forward, is to work with directly with somebody like Ken Swith, who came to the studio, and we worked on conversations, and I worked on a drawing, and I'm still reworking that drawing, so that live interaction with an actual b-boy master is what's next in this series. And it'll be exciting because he's obviously the most revered b-boy of the culture of all time. I think there's something, a very unique place he holds as a b-boy in character and dance and art form. And for me, that's my man. So it gets live. It's just something that's incredible for me, because I've been so close to him for so many years, and now we're talking on a whole different level about our influences. So that's what's next with the B-Boy series.